TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
This is John Carter, Chief of Police in Monticello. As a law enforcement officer, I've seen the impact that depression and suicide have on people. Many times, those contemplating suicide endure considerable suffering and distress. But there is help. If you feel depressed or lonely, there are many resources to help you. Call a trusted relative, friend, or minister, or call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline toll-free at 800-273-TALK. That's 800-273-TALK. All of us are here to help.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. Brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Candace Summers with the McLean County Museum of History is my guest on the phone this morning. Good morning, Candace. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. Thanks for making time for us as always. And Candace, last time you and I talked, we were wrapping up the cemetery walks. And that, of course, in the last couple of years has also gone virtual. And we're combining the two options this year. So talk to us about the virtual option for the cemetery walk. When is it available? And just tell us all about this.
Yeah, absolutely. So first off, the in-person cemetery walk, I've never seen such nice weather we've had. Every single day was just like picture perfect fall weather. I don't know who somebody made a deal with to make it happen, but it and great turnout with people. But if you missed your chance to see it in person, the virtual walk starts on November 4th and runs through November 6th, which you can access through the museum's YouTube page for free to watch wherever you may be.
So how do we access this, Candace, and when can we access it?
Yeah, so if you go to the museum's website, mchistory.org, and there'll be a link on our website. You click to that link, and it'll take you right to the museum's YouTube page. And just like any other YouTube video, you just click on it to start. The runtime is about an hour and 17 minutes, so you can grab some popcorn, pull up a comfy chair wherever you may be, and you can stream it live on our YouTube channel and watch this year's characters and see their excellent performances. It kicks off at 9 a.m. November 4th and runs all the way through November 6th.
Gotcha. So 3 days to catch this then?
Yes, absolutely. 3 days to catch it. And like I said, it is free this year.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to pay to view it, but of course, donations are always welcome. We will include a donation link for anybody who wants to make one to the museum because, the things we do here, they do take money to make them happen, including the virtual walk. So
Sure.
Every penny that people donate to us helps continue to make programs like the virtual cemetery walk continue to happen. And we know, and it's an important new program that we offer. We've heard from so many people these last now 3 years that we've had the virtual walk about how excited they are that they can participate again, whether they've moved from the area and they can't come back to see it in person, or school schedules. We all know how crazy school schedules are, and some schools just can't make it work to come out, or there's driver shortages for busing, so they can't get a bus, so then they can watch it in their classroom. Or older adults who used to be able to physically attend the walk, it's just too much walking and standing now, but now they can watch it from the comfort of where they live. So we're really proud to be able to continue offering this virtual walk so that anybody can experience, no matter where you are or what your abilities may be.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So hitting all those. And when it comes to just the cemetery walk, Candace, you mentioned that the cemetery walk, there are costs and such associated with it. What kind of costs come with the cemetery walk?
Well, of course, paying museum staff to develop this program and implement it. We also pay our theatrical partner, Illinois Voices Theater. So we pay the actors, we pay the scriptwriters, the costumes, props, things like that. Of course, we have to pay for the video that we produce as well, and buying food and bottled water for the actors and the volunteers that are out there. And this would not be possible without all of the sponsors who continue to support the walk each and every year. Our feature sponsors this year were, of course, Evergreen Memorial Cemetery, who not only are a partner, but go above and beyond and contribute financially. Illinois Prairie Community Foundation, Cumulus Radio Bloomington, and Pantograph Media. We also have other sponsors such as Heartland Bank and Trust, WGLT, MCK CPA Advisors, the McLean County Chamber of Commerce, Dunbar Breitweiser Company, the Painted Race, Curiosity Shop, Illinois Farm Bureau, Deanna Fauci and Alan Bedell, SethQ, the Bloomington Normal Convention and Visitors Bureau, and of course, our members of the museum. None of this would be possible without their support.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize, Candace, all the financial commitments that go into the cemetery walk.
Yeah, no, it's not a inexpensive item to put the walk on each and every year. Just to do the walk this year, it cost about $32,000. And that doesn't include the staff time that goes into the walk or the volunteer time that goes into the walk. And this is not, something the museum makes money off of. All the income that's generated from sponsorships and ticket sales, it goes right back into the museum and the program. And it also helps to fund the school kids that come on this program each and every year, because we do not charge the students who attend during the 4 school tour days that happen between the 2 weekends. This year alone, we had 1,599 students and chaperones attend the in-person school tours. And we'll probably have another several hundred that participate in the virtual walk, all free of charge, thanks to our sponsors and our members, and of course, community support.
What will the end total views look like, Candace, when you wrap up this kind of 3 days? Like what in years past has been a good number for folks that participate in the virtual option for the cemetery walks?
So for the first 2 years we did, we actually used a platform called Teachable, which you paid for a ticket and you got a login. And last year we had, we had 641 students view it, and we had 97 seniors at senior care facilities, and we had 145 household users view it. And, if we can get those same numbers or even higher, because now it is free, so that eliminates financial barriers, that's even better. So I have high hopes that we can get, 1,000 views like we had last year. That would be great. As like I said, as many people can watch it this year as they want, just by going to our YouTube page, and hopefully they'll enjoy it as much as the people who attended in person. We've been getting rave reviews. Every year I always hear people say this was the best year ever. But I feel like this year people are like, no, this is the best year ever. Like I've been to, 10, 15, 20 years of cemetery walks, and I've never seen a walk like this. And so, I mean, that's really says something to you. And we had a dynamite cast this year, and the script writers created fantastic scripts, and our volunteers, everybody who played a part in making this event truly a special one this year. No doubt. So that's great feedback, when folks enjoy it year after year, and they tell you it gets better year after year. That's quite the compliment. Yeah. So it is. And that's why we're here, 28 years later.
Very good. Very good. Well, Candace Summers with the McLean County Museum of History is my guest on the phone here for this morning. Candace, what did I miss as it relates to the virtual cemetery walk?
We just hope that, you tune in, even if you saw it in person, maybe you want to see it again. And, check out our YouTube page starting November 4th. Grab some friends and family and park yourself in front of a nice big screen TV and take a view of the virtual walk this year.
Very good. Well, Candace, in our final few moments here in the first segment, let's highlight tonight's trick-or-treating event in downtown Normal. And, of course, the museum going to be participating in that. How about this?
Yeah, so the annual downtown trick-or-treat in downtown Bloomington will be tonight from 5 to 8 p.m. And I can't even tell you how many businesses are participating, handing out treats, both candy and non-candy. So you can don your best costume, grab your candy bucket, and head to downtown Bloomington. And for the second year in a row, they're closing off the streets in downtown Bloomington. So that's going to make it really safe. We don't have to worry about traffic and cars. going down the streets while we're all trying to grab as much candy as we can. And so the museum is taking it off the property and joining some other nonprofits on the streets by putting up a tent and decorating it for Halloween. And we will have some special Halloween trivia tonight. So you can test your knowledge on all things trivia and maybe win a special prize, along with getting some non-candy treats. And our building is going to be decked out in Halloween lights, courtesy of Palace Events. So we're going to have orange, purple, and green lights all over the building. We're going to have treats at our table, Halloween music. It's going to be nice. Plus, the weather's supposed to be nice, too. I mean, there's going to be hundreds of kids and families coming around downtown. If we have any treats left, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, should be a perfect night for it. So overrun with kids and giving out plenty of goodies. Very good. Anything else on that, Candace, tonight you want to make sure we know about?
If you want to check out the full list of downtown Bloomington businesses that are participating, you can go to downtownbloomington.org and see all of whom. So you can kind of plan your strategy of where you want to go get all the good treats.
Awesome. Very good. Candace, where do folks go to get more information on the McLean County Museum of History?
You can go to our website, www.mchistory.org, and click on the events tab, and you'll find about all the things museum and downtown related.
Candace Summers, McLean County Museum of History, my guest on the phone this morning. More to come with her on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW
for Illinois agriculture.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn, beans, and wheat all trading lower at this hour. December corn 677.5, down 4 3/4. March corn down 4 1/4, 683.5. May corn 683, down 4. November beans down 9 1/4, 1373. January beans 1383 1/4, down 10 1/4. March beans down 9 3/4, 1392 1/4. December Chicago wheat down 8 3/4, 830. March wheat 849, down 9. December bean meal 415.30, that's down a dime. December bean oil down 80 cents, 71.50. In the livestock market, November feeders 178.57, up 45 cents. October live cattle 151.15, down a quarter. December lean hogs 86.15, that's up $1.02. That's a look at the markets on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace now offers free assembly and free delivery, so it's never been easier to get a great grill for your family, like a Weber gas grill, a Traeger wood pellet grill, or a Big Green Egg charcoal grill. Only at your neighborhood Ace. Around the block. What you need in stock. With people who know their grills.
This is Brad from Gibson Ace Hardware in Clinton, Illinois. Stop in to see us, the helpful place at 114 North Madison Street, Clinton.
See participating store for details.
Your own home without the maintenance. If you're 55 or better, a beautiful Liberty Village villa could be yours. This is Erin, and I invite you to come take a tour of our move-in ready villa. Click the Liberty Village icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Simply the finest.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Top of the morning again. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest on the phone this morning again is Candace Summers with the McLean County Museum of History. And Candace, let's talk a little bit about Day of the Dead and this annual celebration that the museum takes on. How about this?
Yeah, so we are thrilled. I think this is the 5th year in a row that we have been participating in Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, by hosting a community ofrenda. And what that is during the Day of the Dead, spirits of deceased loved ones return to the mortal world to visit their family and friends. And an ofrenda, which is the Spanish word for offerings, is an altar created to honor those loved ones and welcome them back for the celebration of life. And so we started that on Monday this week, and it'll run through November 4th. The actual Day of the Dead is November 2nd. But members of the Hispanic Latino community, and especially Miriam Padilla and her family, created this year's display. And they created it in honor of Abraham Lincoln, Illinois' favorite son, where there are some offerings to Lincoln, some of his favorite things on the altar this year. But it's a way that, people can remember and honor those loved ones that have passed away. And a lot of times photos of the individual will be included on the altar, their favorite foods and drinks and snacks, usually flowers and candles, things like that are all created in honor of loved ones. And a lot of times people will have these in their home and create family altars, or they'll do larger ones like this that are a community altar. And in the past, we've actually been able to invite members of the community to include friends and family of loved ones that have passed away on our community altar too. So it's really a beautiful expression, a way to honor those who've gone before us, and a lot of symbolism and meaning goes into these ofrendas. So we really invite everyone to come check it out here at the museum while it's on display.
All right, very good. So be a part of that. And of course, Day of the Dead. I know, Candace, you and I kind of like to highlight movies and such, and that was the kind of the theme of the recent movie Coco from Disney.
Yeah.
And just shedding light on that, I think, has probably made this holiday more popular in American circles, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of times people, they try to marry Halloween and Day of the Dead. And while, yes, there are skulls involved, with Day of the Dead and similar, some similar decorations, two very different holidays. And so we make a point to educate people about Day of the Dead and how it's different than Halloween, even though, it goes All Hallows Eve, Saints Day, and then Day of the Dead on the calendar. So yes, we definitely take a moment to educate people about the differences between the two holidays, even though they fall around the same time.
Yeah, and that's a good point. I learned something there as well. I didn't realize that. I thought it was the November 1st, if you will, All Hallows Eve, November 1st is All Saints Day. So, but at any rate, Candace, and as you were talking there, it got me kind of thinking, between your work with the cemetery walk and just, highlighting these holidays around honoring the dead, one thing it does is teaches us to respect the burial sites of where they're at. And I know that's a talking point you and I have gotten into recently, in the last several years as it relates to these, particularly the cemetery walk. But I think there's correlation between all these events.
Yes, absolutely. Day of the Dead is definitely a way to promote honoring the final resting place of our ancestors, respecting and honoring their memory too. So yeah, there definitely are some links between what I do with the cemetery walk and what the museum is able to do by hosting this community ofrenda. Absolutely.
Very good. Candace, let's wrap it up with a discussion regarding a rededication of a monument outside of the museum. What's going on?
Yeah, so if you've not been in the museum, on the east side of our building, we have a World War II memorial that is dedicated to about 336 men and women who gave their lives during World War II in combat. And it's made of granite, and its letters are cut into it, but they had like this white paint to really make them pop out. Well, over the years, because it's been almost 30 years since that monument was created, it's shown some wear. You really can't see the names anymore. And we had a couple individuals who wanted to make a large donation to the museum in order for us to refurbish it and make it the names much more permanent and readable. And so thanks to a lot of community help and these donors, the museum was able to purchase bronze plaques to put on this monument. And that way these names are going to last much, much better due to weather and the test of time. And we will be rededicating this World War II memorial with the new plaques at 1:00 on November 5th. This will be an outside event, weather pending, of course. But we invite people to come down as we rededicate this memorial. There is a planned military flyover, music, reading of the names on the monument, a military honor guard, and a flag presentation, along with talking about plans for future memorials dedicated to the Korean and Vietnam soldiers who gave their lives as well.
Very good. So that's great, Candace. Looking forward to that being redone and just better longevity on those monuments.
Yes, absolutely. We are thrilled to have been able to make this a much more permanent marker, and so people can read these names crystal clear now with these bronze plaques added.
Was that something that the museum had to front in terms of in terms of the financing of it? How about that?
Well, again, thanks to the donor, the funds were readily available.
Yeah, sure.
And so the museum, we pay the money, the donor pays the museum. That's kind of how it works.
I see.
So,
Gotcha.
but yeah, it was completely donor funded.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
It is.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Candace, I look at the clock, about a minute left with you. What did I miss this morning? What do you want to get to today?
If you want to know all things museum related, our upcoming events, you can visit our Facebook page. We're also on Instagram, Twitter. I heard rumor we have a TikTok page now, so there's some fun stuff there. But we also have our website, makehistory.org. And you can find out all things museum related, including details on the memorial rededication event, virtual cemetery walk, Day of the Dead, and downtown trick-or-treating tonight.
Awesome. Very good. And again, remind us, Candace, the Day of the Dead celebration. I didn't get to go back and highlight it. The when and where on that.
It's right now here at the museum on the first floor rotunda, and it runs through November 3rd.
Awesome. Awesome. Candace, always good to have you on the program. Thank you for making time with us. Candace Summers with the McLean County Museum of History is our guest on the phone this morning. A reminder, the morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. Network news on the way. If you miss any of our morning programming, you can catch the replays of the morning show on, of course, Facebook and YouTube, or you can catch us live online all the time at DeWittDailyNews.com. Network news is next.